Hello.
It is that silky smooth intro.
Hi, welcome back to D&D in Wonderous Wildemount, the campaign where I mispronounce the title and nothing ever goes wrong ever.
Fuck yeah. One of the siblings' twin can read your recap. Does not matter which.
The siblings twin.
Dost thou have a preference,
I was gonna say something
sibling?
else. I didn't want to dox you guys.
I don't know, it was kind of my
Then
thing.
that is your
If
preference.
you want to read it, that's fine.
Read, knave.
I wrote
Hey,
this,
I wanna
for the
be
record,
selfish,
I
but
wrote
I'm
this
also a
in like a
people
rush
pleaser.
of 10 minutes while people were talking, so if it's bad and misspelled, it's not my fault.
I vote Nova reads everyone's recap.
Okay,
for
I
reading
actually
till
like that.
perpetuity.
Uh-uh.
So anyway, alright,
That's
let's
right,
get
I'm
into
blasted.
it. So, kind of a last desperate attempt, but I tried to reach out to Paylor, ask him for help stealing my soul back so I could, give it over to him instead. And, the others actually did what they could to help with a makeshift ceremony type. Roke was the one doing most of the actual magic proper, but Little Bird and Tor helped him set up where they could, and even Boss gave over some things to try and help. I was kind of shocked, to be honest. She hates me, so I'm fairly certain she'd be happier if I was dead and gone. So I really don't understand why she did that. Whatever. Doesn't mean nothing. Anyway, we did the ceremony. I got zapped into some horrible endless maze bullshit. I don't know if it was made by, the demon or Paylor or my own mind, or maybe some kind of weird combination of the three or two. I don't do math. And at first, I thought I sucked the others into with the ceremony, but luckily they just seem to be some kind of like psychic projections or something, which is good. So I think Boss would have kicked the shit out of me otherwise. All sorts of shit in that labyrinth. Statues with folks' faces, some familiar, some not. Saw Jesse and Sal and the others trapped in there. There was a little Simon who said some concerning and cryptic shit. There was weird murals on the wall, and I think they mean something, but I ain't quite sure what yet. And of course, the party tagged along and reminded me about all the worst parts of myself. It fucking sucked. In a last-ditch effort, he tried to tempt me by promising to give me my ma back. He also threatened my fucking sister. Anyway, I just wanted to go over and hug Ma real bad, but I couldn't, of course, so he's so ashamed of me. I'm almost glad she ain't around to see me now. She gave me something before vanishing. I'm sure what it is, but I don't seem malevolent. I really want to think she was giving me a gift from the other side, but it's hard to know what to believe anymore. And then the last thing I saw in there was like a younger me, and he thought I was Paul, and he was scared of me, and I tried to tell him, tell me that it'd be okay. I'm still not sure whether I was lying or not, but I did tell Paylor I would try to be better, fix all the shit I done wrong since I came back, and she seems willing to give me a chance, which is all I can really ask for. And then all of a sudden we were on some islands with lava and a big ugly looking angel thing. I had this moment where I could feel the magic of the gun in my hand. Promised me all the power and strength I could ever want, and ability to do, take whatever I want. So I hooked that bitch in the lava. We also killed the angel thing at the end.
Yay!
Hell yeah. And that is where we are going to return. You guys, there as you guys sort of all flash. Not that the group that isn't Beetle were like in there the whole time, but you are given the memories as if you had been, I will say.
We have become one.
Come again?
As you guys look upon Beetle, you see that he no longer appears as a corpse.
Tried to finish, but I was busy. But
Hey.
he's a person. It's
Cutie!
flesh tone skin. He's still pale, to be sure. But now when he opens his eyes and looks around, instead of the creepy glowing golden eyes he had, they're just a kind of a warm brown color instead. And all the parts of him that were kind of blue are now, he's got blood again. He's kind of clutches at his chest because his heart's beating, and like any muscle that has not been used for a long time, it has atrophied a little, so that bitch hurts. Yeah, I got heart palpitation. Yeah, he looks like he's alive and far less unsettling to look at than previous.
Hell yeah.
Worked, didn't it?
What'd you say?
It worked, didn't it?
Almost got his hand raised. What do you need, son?
You're muted,
muted,
on
child.
Discord.
You muted my child.
This is my thinking face.
Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't
I didn't
find
know
my
you had
character,
one.
and I panicked, and I put the white girl hand up.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
He'll just kind of sit up and look around a little bit, and he can feel his heart beating. He can feel the heat of the desert air as it fills his lungs. He can feel the siltiness of the earth beneath his fingers. And he also, as much as he notices all the things he feels, he also notices the things he doesn't feel anymore. And he starts kind of tugging at the handkerchief that you guys have only ever seen him wear around his neck. And he peels away that, and underneath the layers of wrapping and stiff materials that he's put under there to keep his neck in a makeshift brace. So he finally pulls it away. And his head doesn't roll to the side, and he can turn his neck and be like, ah! And he is once again complaining about my microphone.
I'm not.
You're looking away from your mic as you're talking.
Yeah, you're
so
like talking over here like this.
and
Ah!
it's doing that circular thing where it's like you. Yeah,
Can you hear me now? How about this?
Yeah, that sounds way
you're
better.
good.
Actually.
That sounds
I'll
way
be
better.
right here. Okay.
Congratulations on using a mic. How to use a mic.
I hate you guys. I don't like having it all close to my face. I was trying to do something else.
It was working
I'll
fine
say.
when you were talking straight ahead, but when you were
Yeah.
looking down, it wasn't.
If anything,
Okay.
it sounded like just kind of like a little like this. Whereas like this is better.
I'll be up here now.
Okay.
You
just move
can
it
be
down.
normal. You
have
can be
a, have an
normal.
arm.
I'm never normal.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, there's, instead of a gross open wound, now there's just scar tissue all underneath his chin. But he's just like, oh, I see. I'm not dead no more. I'm not even saying I'm alive.
Denny, at this moment, I would like to use Divine Sense and just see what I can
Sniff me.
feel.
Make damn sure.
We hadn't really played it where you could tell they were undead the whole time because they really weren't, right? But you can definitely feel a difference.
Yeah, I think I always was picking up on both a little bit of abyssal and necromantic energy, but not necessarily like definitive.
Yeah.
It was like they added the sauce on top. But yeah.
The sauce.
Just a touch of the sauce.
I'm gonna reach down to the still sitting beetle, just hold my hand out to help him get to his feet.
He's gonna reach up and clasp his hand in yours, and instead of feeling cold and clammy, it's very warm.
Hoist him up. Look up at him.
Kind of looks himself over for a second, then he looks at you, and then he just goes, and he grabs you and lifts you up in a big bear hug. You can hear the plate mail squeaking from how hard he's hugging.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You fixed me!
Group effort.
Toro just slapped Beetle in the back. Bro style. You did it, buddy.
He
did
slapped. He does it
You
back.
did it.
You're very enthusiastic.
Look at us.
Look at us!
Look at us.
Look at us!
There are
Oh.
a couple.
Shit.
There are a couple things we need to do. One, you need to see your sister now that you're breathing again.
Yeah.
2, we need to get you a weapon. Bubs, I know you're working on something. Maybe you can help us
I'm
get something
disappeared.
together quicker. Alright, he's physically, in the game, not here either. That's right.
I
Yeah.
have a gun. It's my sister's pistol.
And Rod of the Pack Keeper.
Mhm. Which we clarified was the chamber, so he could fit that into his sister's.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he pulled that bitch out before he threw the gun. Adelaide spent 400 gold on it.
Alright.
He's also going to turn to August and just kind of crouch down and hold his arms out.
They will absolutely tackle you with a hug.
He does not stumble at all, but he does a little for dramatic effect. He just lifts you up, gives you a big old hug, buries his face on the top of your head, and just, while it may be a little weird, he just enjoys the way your feathers feel because he hasn't really been able to tell what they're like before, and he always knew they were soft. So he's just like, fuck yeah!
Actually, to go off of the kind of feeling the energy thing with the divine sense, do I get any other kind of flavor of essence emanating from him now?
To taste my essence, dude. It's a little gay.
You can't.
That's a
you
little
can't-
weird.
You can't disparage that in Pride Month. Calm down.
I
It
do
is
whatever I
gay
want.
month,
I'm the
after
queer
all.
one. Me and Nova can say all the heinous shit we want.
That's true. That's true.
God, when are straight white men gonna get their time?
Well,
well,
you do have your time for
you
the rest
know,
of the year.
I was so close to affiliate. I was so close.
And now here we are.
Fuck.
Hey, Beetle.
I'll let CJ answer that.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, hey Tor.
Oh, you gotta answer Rogue first.
What was... You're tasting my essence? I don't want you to taste my essence.
Well, the way that divine sense works, other than sensing undead and fiends, it also senses celestial energy.
You would definitely get the slightest hint. The most light of seasonings. Like a
The
white
Salt
person.
Bay.
The
Yeah.
LaCroix of...
Like a white... It's the LaCroix of celestial energy. It's like I was
That's
shipped
incredible.
next to a box of celestials.
It tastes like static from a TV that was next to a watermelon.
And as you guys are figuring this out, you see a storm, nothing too crazy, start to roll in.
Is it currently raining?
You can hear it, but it hasn't hit you yet. It will, very shortly.
When it starts raining, August will dance in it.
Hell yeah.
Or you had a question?
No, well, more of just like a statement. I'm sure you already know this, but now that you can feel things, don't be trying to like climb a rock wall and accidentally slip and get ravaged by little dinosaurs.
Are you trying to reference something, Tor?
Nope, just nope. There's just been a history. Just want to make sure it's gonna hurt now.
Are you operating under the assumption that I did that on purpose last time?
I'm operating under the assumption that I just try to help you out, okay?
Okay, buddy. Okay.
But you did do that.
Thanks. I
I mean, we saw
appreciate
it.
you looking out for me. How about you don't go hopping into bullpens to try and wrestle dinosaurs 3 times your
It
size?
was a bonding moment.
What? It bonded you to the floor? I just don't want to see you get gored in my front yard, bud.
Touche.
Be awkward for everyone.
Touche.
As soon as the rain hits us, he's just gonna kind of take his hat off and tilt his head back to enjoy the feeling of the rain for a moment. Before he turns around and sees Adelaide, or not Adelaide, sorry, sees August, too many A's, August dancing, and he immediately fumbles over to them and grabs their hands and starts dancing with them. We're square dancing now. And then
They
Devin turns
definitely let that happen.
He pulls you so that your feet are on top of his so he can help show you the steps. Meanwhile, Devin's standing there like Evanescence.
They
My
are extra,
God!
now that you're alive, August is extra careful to not claw you in the feet.
He's got nice thick leather boots on. They're old and nailed together on the soles, but they seem sturdy.
Yeah, but they don't wear shoes, so
Okay, I'll wear enough shoes for the both
they
of us.
don't know how shoes work.
I don't know how shoes work.
So what's the deal with shoes?
Can you teach me to shoe?
How to shoe. Alright. After a second of that, Beetle remembers that there's a player character who has not gotten to engage with us yet. So he turns to the other two with August still on his feet as he walks back over. He's just kind of holding them
I am a puppet.
like a marionette. Exactly. Well, we should probably head back, get inside before I catch my death out here.
Beetle, that's not funny.
I think it's a little funny.
How often does
Or
it
looks
rain here?
around for the insides that's being referenced.
How often does it rain here?
Yeah.
Mostly never. But sometimes, always. Anyway, and he starts walking off.
Can I make a Toto check to see if these rains have been blessed?
Yes.
Where are they
for
from
your-
down in Africa?
Roll for Toto. No, you started this bit. Roll for Toto. You cannot tell either way if they are blessed or not.
Damn.
You looked me dead in the eye and you rolled a hat in the box of doom.
I'm gonna kill that dog. I'm gonna put my hat on August to keep the rain off of their head.
Okay. You guys all scoot on back towards the Antares household. When you get about 100 feet away or so, let's see, you have a decently high passive, Nova. You see a sort of like glinting of something.
So it's shiny.
If there is something shiny in the distance. And then almost instantly a glass bottle breaks like right in front of you guys in a small fireball. Austin, if you're around.
Motherfucker!
Sorry, I'm a little on edge. It's been a few days, guys. Everything's okay?
Listen, bud. If you set me on fire right now, I'm gonna be a mite bit irate.
He tilts his head and just like... You look different.
Handsome, right?
Are you alive? Like, alive?
Kind of holds out his forearm with his wrist extended.
How tall is Beetle again?
7'9".
Oh, okay, never mind then. Bubdub's gonna walk up and I don't know how familiar I would be with Furbolg anatomy, but wherever I could try to feel a heartbeat, kind of like on his wrist.
Pulse.
He just
you just-
grabs the big toe.
Do you just
Bubdub
put your
just
hand on
walks-
my stomach? Is that what's happening?
I was gonna go for it. You know how you can feel your heartbeat like in your wrist?
That's called a pulse, bestie.
Same difference. Heartbeat, pulse. It's synonyms.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That's why he's holding his wrist out to you, for his pulse.
fair enough. Bubdub's gonna try to do that. Please make a medicine check for me if you can.
Why am I making the medicine check, bitch? You're the one taking my
No.
pulse.
He's asking me.
This is incredible.
He
honestly.
can't physically get to his own sheet right now.
Physically cannot make it to my sheet. I can.
Oh!
If I'm driving in the
assuredly wearing gloves.
back roads of fucking Ohio.
Nah, he's used to it.
The background.
He
There's
deals with a
paintballs.
lot of delicate tinkering stuff,
I
so
can
he's used to
open-
fake pulses.
They're
I can open the app.
No, I got it.
You're driving, bitch.
This is the most hydrated Bubdub has been in a while.
He's
Flash
so
of Genius. That's a 23
Why did you use Flash of Genius?
because I can.
Because he can.
Because you're getting your
Absolutely.
calf stroked.
Not only do you feel a pulse, but also you can tell he's alive. With your medicine check.
He's definitely alive.
slaps top of Beetle.
Slaps kneecap. You're definitely alive.
Okay.
This bad boy can have so many heartbeats.
God damn it.
This guy's got so many pulls.
Yeah, I'm back amongst the realm of the living.
Bubdub kind of takes off his like goggles that he normally just keeps on his face. He puts them on his like top of his head, kind of like you would sunglasses, and he just goes, "What the fuck happened?"
Well, I don't know, Bubbles. You tell me. What do you think happened? I'm interested to know.
I don't know those kinds of spells. I could bring machines back to life. Can't bring you back to life.
Okay, well, luckily there was not exactly a singular spell involved. It was more like a ceremony in which I begged the Dawn Father for help, and then I was in an endless labyrinth with mind projections, and it was really weird, and I was basically having a very deep internal conversation with myself, and I stole my soul back because that's what I do. And then I immediately gave it to Taylor. So it's still not mine.
Oh. Okay then. It sounds like the kind of trip I would have if I had my shrooms. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad
Wait a
everything
minute,
is
are you
back.
telling me you do shrooms?
Roke walks past this and
Why you
goes
been holding
inside
out
to
on
dry
me?
off.
Bubdub's just out in the rain, like enjoying this. This is the wettest he has been,
Wait,
and he is
Don't
very
say it
happy.
like that.
I'm sorry.
are you telling
Would you rather me say moistest?
No, I'd say
That's the
hydrated.
first.
Tor hides his shrooms that he still has and follows Roke into the house.
I can't wait for you to meet your girlfriend's daughter. You know, big man with shrooms meets the royal family.
Bubbles, are you telling me you've had shrooms this whole time and you've been holding out on me?
I've told you that I've had shrooms multiple times.
You ain't never offered him, though.
No. Would you like them?
Are you offering?
Yes.
What you got?
What do I have from the swallow bar?
I mean, I feel like honestly I could just lick him and hallucinate.
You
There
could lick the
was
frog
a
and always
very enlightened person that gave us shrooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What the fuck was her name?
Vanessa.
It was Vanessa. Okay, I was gonna say like Lila or some shit like that. Bubdub will pull out the shrooms. Are they still like good?
I mean, they're dried to shit. So, like, you don't know.
Don't worry, guys. Shrooms don't expire.
Actually,
said,
usually you
like a
get
liar.
mushrooms. I hope you know you usually get mushrooms that are dried, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's how you get
Like these
shrooms.
portobellos I got.
That's like.
Then
$10.
he's experiencing some kind of emotion right now.
Just.
Disappointment.
You're just
I
speaking
really-
to a room of degenerates, and it's very funny.
As a player, I really wanna I really wanna break these shrooms in half and then go make tea for both Beetle and I so we can experience this together.
Oh my god!
At the same time, I only have like a 30-minute drive left.
Okay, we'll
And
save
I don't have that vision quest in me tonight.
we'll save it for a less rainy day. Actually, how about that? Find
Yeah,
a
I
good
like that
time.
idea.
Block out a schedule. Right? When are you free?
Yeah.
Got a good time
works.
next week.
Let's do that. Maybe. We'll see.
How about this? If I survive the next 48 hours, we'll get fucking stoned out of our minds.
I'm good with that. And he holds out his hand.
Fiddle gives it a firm handshake. He stoops over so that you don't have to stand up on your toes.
Verbally grasp it.
Shut up!
Uh,
Vanessa, I'm a material girl.
material girl and a material. Okay. No, everything's been quiet here, to my knowledge.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Where's Rena?
Her and Adam had like some weird noises coming from the bedroom. No. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just joking. No, they're back at the house.
Thanks. He's gonna go. He's gonna go in.
Doesn't my joking make me feel alive? He chuckles to himself.
You're lucky I'm in a really good mood right now, Bubbles, because I would throw you with a perfect spiral across this field.
Those the people I know.
I went,
Roke has been in here for a couple minutes more than everybody else. And you came in, you would have seen them sort of dancing in the kitchen. However, they notice you and quickly separate.
Oh no!
Hey, yo!
They were dancing.
Yeah.
Y'all, well, you gotta have some music if you're gonna be.
Oh,
dancing.
you weren't
didn't
there
see
yet.
this.
That was just.
Oh, might be.
Yeah, they heard the clang clang of the armor as he was shaking off like a
I
dog.
forgot.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, ain't no worry. Hope all went well.
Better than expected.
Good, good.
Also, there's a mountain that blew up.
That's what that was.
Yeah. He'll probably want to talk to you, but she'll be just in. Looks over at him in case you want to be doing something else.
He immediately starts like doing dishes.
Your eyes, poor boy.
He like
I'm
gives
gonna-
you like a knowing nod and a thumbs up before he does so.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drying off and preventing rust and all that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna doff the armor and all as it's drying off because I'm planning to at some point actually go back out into the rain.
Okay, hell yeah. And the rest of you, it's about time. About now when you walk in.
Oh,
August immediately goes to rummage for some bread.
It easily found. I think before you get like more than 3 steps in the door, Karina throws you one of the rolls you made.
Oh, they are munching that shit down.
Hell yeah.
Why do they have a capital M on munching?
I
I'm
just
like-
picture bird head back just
Yeah,
it just
God,
gets
they
stuck
thought-
it just gets stuck to the beak as they're walking.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, CJ?
I don't fucking know anymore.
I've been broken by bird eating.
He's just following in behind August, basically, and he kind of shakes his head a little bit like a dog. And he-
Howdy.
Howdy!
Beetle's that person that came in with a new haircut that no one can notice.
Absolutely, he
Yeah,
is.
I'm gonna mention it.
Perfect reference to that. That's incredible.
Hey, you guys.
Your friend said it went well?
I mean, I'd say so.
You look this. She squints. You've always looked the same to me, Bug.
Yeah, well, I definitely looked like a walking corpse yesterday, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Like, she definitely noticed, right? But
Yeah. He still goes over and he's like, I'm gonna hug you, I hope you know that. And he's soaking wet.
She-
He's like
she-
backing her into a corner.
she immediately tries to run. She,
Nope!
plays like. She puts Adam between the two of you, and then Adam just dies inside. Like, gets really small against the counter.
Beetle just grabs Adam by the collar and just picks him up and moves him like a sack of potatoes out of the way. And he's just like chasing Karina.
I would have moved. The fuck? Yeah, you get her eventually. Hell off me, bud. You're hurting me.
Yeah, you look so in pain. Oh, she's gonna melt. But he doesn't put her down and kind of just rests his cheek on the top of her head as he gives her an actual hug.
Glad you made it back.
Glad to be there.
So, what's the plan now? You gonna try to kick me out of my house again?
No. I think I'm gonna go kill some people.
As long as they actually deserve it this time.
I think they do.
I think that's for you to figure out. And she kind of smiles like a little shithead and goes and finishes doing the dishes.
You're a shitter, you know that?
She just
And
flips you off and continues to do dishes.
He flips her off too and then goes over to help. He just holds his hand out until she has one washed and he just takes it and dries it off.
Okay.
Puts it in his stack.
Hell yeah. Well, they're doing dishes for the next 15-20 minutes. What are you up to?
My most favorite chore.
Blech.
As I mentioned, Roke takes off the armor. You know, the pendant is not just kind of dangling against the tunic and stuff. He's gonna go step back outside and just lean against the well, listening as water above is trickling down, colliding with the water below. And he's gonna do something else while he's out there, and I'll send Denny a message about it here in a moment.
Okay.
Ricky.
Oh, I did actually have one question for Beetle before I went outside. Hey.
Hey.
Did your gang have a name?
Yeah?
What was the name?
You gotta promise me you're not gonna be mad at me.
No,
Okay, well then you're not gonna know.
I promise not to do anything irrational. I can't control how I feel.
You know how you feel a little bit. Well, I thought I was real funny. Considering I've been dogged on all my life for the whole ruinous porn thing, and so we called ourselves the Red Moon Riders.
I see.
Okay.
What were the last names of your posse?
Why do you want to know?
If we're going into town, I'll need to know who to look out for. Or if I hear any conversation.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hold on. I have to open my new sheet.
I moved it down where the old sheet was.
I see it. I'm kind of sad that the stupid name on it. Damn. Oh wait, no, I need to roll insight, which would have been also +6. So it would have been a 16 either way.
All right.
You can tell that what he is saying is true, but it seems like there's also maybe something else to it. But what he said was not a lie.
You're gonna try and cast some kind of magics.
No. Not
Alright.
the way you think.
Okay, well, you already know Shaman Lewis. McCarthy actually is his last name. Sally's last name is Mackland. Mackland. Jesse's Hart, Hart. ironic. And Wesley's last name is Roach.
Roach. All right.
You're the bug boys. I
Enjoy the warm food.
think I will. You don't stay out there too long before you make yourself sick or something.
I'll be in a bit.
Here, grab a poncho or something for God. Hell's
No.
sake.
I appreciate it, but I like the rain.
Okay, well, you can lack the rain without getting sick from it.
I don't get sick.
Just take the poncho.
Beetle, when I say I don't get sick, I literally mean I don't.
I'm aware of that!
Tor walks between them, grabs the poncho, and just stands, not quite in the rain, but just holding the poncho where you can see Rogue and see like everybody else in the house. Just keep an eye on everybody.
Fair enough. Enjoy your me time.
Also, did we ever hear, was Jesse spelled with an IE or just an E after the double S?
Just an E.
Okay. Cool.
Alright. What are the frog and bird up to?
August is probably just sitting on the kitchen floor eating bread. Let's be real. Listening to the rain.
With Beetle's exit, Adam has returned to the room and is just talking to Karina. You can hear him, or you hear her say, well, you gonna tell him yet, or what? And he says, if I tell him, he will kill me.
My fucking God, is she pregnant?
August just stares at them.
They don't even know you can hear them. You're very quiet. You're invisible because you're in the dark.
There's just a floating hunk of bread. It's slowly disappearing. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ. Oh,
I love the chaos that I have incited. I really hope that I helped move this one along.
Oh, that's been a thing I've been teasing like the whole time.
Oh, okay, good.
That they've been together.
Good.
I mean, we've been knowing this.
Yeah, for sure.
I
They share
forgot
a
to be totally,
bedroom.
I forgot to be totally honest, and so I was hoping that joke wasn't a bad joke, but now I'm so happy.
It's very
No,
funny.
they were 100% like we established. They share a bedroom.
Yeah.
And Beetle
Okay.
knows they share a bedroom.
Oh, wonderful. Frog is going to go enjoy the rain outside. However, if Roke is going off on his own, Dub is going to go and
He's at the well.
He's at the well? Okay. If Roke appears that he is doing something on his own, Dub is going to go to the robotic frog and I guess continue working on it.
My
Say that
food
one
has
more time.
arrived.
Sorry.
Actually, if Roke comes outside, Dub's gonna walk up to Roke and just. Okay, so what actually happens? It's not every day that somebody just goes from what Beetle was to what Beetle now is. That doesn't happen very often.
We had an atonement of sorts. Beetle separated himself from his patron after praying for pleading for guidance from the Dawnfather. And then there's a trial for him.
Oh, shit.
He succeeded.
It's okay.
Yeah, we saw it all happen after it happened. It was disturbing.
Dude, I can imagine. Did you see who was this patron? Did you guys see?
No, we didn't see it, but we know who it is. And haven't I told you?
Oh fuck, you probably do, but I don't have my notes.
It's the one who's threatened your child.
Oh yeah, never mind, my bad. Chain of living. Yep, thank you.
Yeah. At the end of his trial, there was one where we felt more present there in the second half. I think maybe some of us somehow partly were allowed to be there by maybe Paylor, maybe something else, but we fought a chained angel. It's unnatural to see something like that. We're only going to see more things like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Has Bumped heard of anybody ever doing a ceremony like this? Out of genuine curiosity, any shamans in like his tribe trying to do something of like bringing somebody back from the brink or something?
Probably not. I would put the brand of shamanism you're used to as more towards like Tor's Vision Quest kind of thing.
Gotcha. And like Wild Mother stuff, more jungly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got that book on Toril, like the Black Warlock book in the library. It did not have anything specifically about how to do this, even.
Gotcha.
This was like...
All it did was confirm that you can break away from your patron.
Yeah.
But it might have consequences.
Yeah. I'm not
Play
sure
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I'm not sure it was a clean cut, but this is a far better outcome than I expected. I'd hoped for something like this, and he's done well. Hopefully he'll continue to do so. But how have things been here on the home front ranch?
Uneventful. There hasn't really been much going on.
That sounds nice.
So Adam and Kieran are much less skittish when Doodle's not around.
What
They don't
was Bumped Up there when we fought the Chartlean dragon?
No.
Oh. There's something else that you missed.
He's so upset.
We confronted Wesley Roach and Deputy Alex McCarthy at one of Beetle's old hideouts. But it seemed to have been retrofitted with a lot of arcane technology. Similar or akin to what you or Azzy Rustbucket would use, but more of the brand of Dazzle Branch. Once again, when we were confronting them, they teleported away. So we need to be on the lookout for that in the future. They had a bag of some kind that allowed them to... Anyways, we need to cut off their means of escape next time. But regardless, they had a huge, gargantuan construct. The Charterland dragon, it expelled radiant energy. It was impressive, terrifying. And it looked like it was headed towards New Joran before we were able to ground it.
Did Bubdub, with his all-seeing sight that he currently fucking has, see anything flying in the direction of the farm by chance?
Make a perception check.
I wish I could.
Oh yeah, let me make a perception check.
And you
Oh,
make it
God.
an advantage for him.
For the record, the farm is
Yeah, I was
not.
gonna say you best be making that shit an advantage.
The ranch is not in the direction of New Joran.
No.
No,
It's
but
like
I
a
still
weird
feel like there's a.
triangle.
Yeah, I still feel like you would see a large construct in the sky if it was within the general vicinity.
To be fair, it did blow up.
Yeah.
It blowed up and then it acted like it don't know nobody.
And to be fair, flying above it was another dragon on top the explosion. But that would have been our druid.
Flash of genius for a 28. With a 28, you see a bunch of rain clouds. Definitively no, Austin, essentially.
Fair
I
enough.
like how Denny knew the answer and wasted your flash of genius anyways.
That was toxic.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna need them. Okay, that's a lot. You see Bubdub kind of visibly deflated when you said, "Oh yeah, we found a bunch of arcane technology," because he wasn't there to see it, and so you see him visibly deflate, and then once he hears large dragon construct, you see the light bulb kind of just instantly like light up as you see the face of he has an idea, which is terrifying and
I have an
also-
idea.
Would
But still
Bubdub have seen that that Beetle doesn't have his gun anymore?
Yeah, your passive's high enough. He has a gun. It's a different gun.
It's a
So-
much shorter, smaller gun.
Gotcha.
It
Did
says
it still
stun
look
guns.
magically?
You would have seen the cylinder is the same as the old gun, which when you
Okay.
would have inspected it last, you would know that the cylinder was like technically like how you have a focus. That was his arcane focus.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what happened to the soul sucking thing?
Beetle cast it away. While he was wherever he was, cast it into the lake of fire that the chained angel was trapped in. And although it was symbolic, that has a lot more bearing than just trying to actually throw it away from him. So it seems to actually be gone now.
Well, hopefully it stays gone, because that thing was not good.
I'll say maybe one thing to keep an eye out for. I did notice you looking at the sky, but no flying dragons right now. But maybe you should keep an eye out for that bird that was following him around, that vulture.
I can do that.
Fucking shithead.
I
Anyways,
can do that.
I'm gonna get something to eat, and then I need to write down, tucking the black book, into his pouch, what we did. I need to get that sent off to a Cobalt Soul library. There's actually one, if I understand, not too far north of here, in Westrun.
I will say, Austin, over the last couple days, you would have been like bored at times and looking through things, and you would have found like a map of the area.
Yay!
So you would know where that is, and you know that that's like the first stop of the train when you leave Joran.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah. Need to make sure that this gets sent off before we go do what we gotta do. Before
Yes,
we
sir.
deal with that, he points up as he walks inside, and he's gonna look at Beetle wherever he is and say, "Sorry, it was a bit rash, but it felt right." He grabs a plate of food and sits down and starts detailing in the journal what happened as he's eating, but basically inviting Beetle to look outside and see whatever it is that Bubdub now was directed to.
He's gonna kind of squint in confusion and go poke his head out the door.
What does the frog see?
What does the frog see?
You can describe it if you'd like.
Okay. In the sky, in the shape of an 8-pointed star outline, are names: Deputy McCarthy, Mackland, Hart, Roach, and Sheriff Lewis. With 2 words beneath it: will answer. The rest of the storm or clouds above arranged somehow from every angle. This cloud is the lowest, and normally where it would not be visible with other clouds in the backdrop, flashes of lightning illuminate it, so that for miles those words and that symbol are visible.
Rash water to go.
Rope just did that?
Yep.
Yes.
Or you ask somebody to do it, one or the other.
I caught the description, I didn't catch the how you did it, so I was just...
He took Skywrite.
He took Skywrite. I knew it. I knew we had a druid in the party.
He rented the plane.
Without looking at Beetle, Bubdub just says out loud, "Well, as if they didn't know they were coming." He just walks off towards the mechanical frog.
Well, I mean, in fairness, like I have threatened with them with bodily harm multiple times already, so it doesn't really change that. But it kind of is stupid and a terrible move, and also kind of badass.
I like leaning towards that's badass.
It's
As you guys are sort of talking about this, Beetle, you feel sort of a warmth coming from your pocket.
Sorry.
The
That warmth in your pocket, you're just happy to see me.
Colby, I just choked on my beans.
Beans!
Beans.
The adamantine
hard.
card is warmed with a touch, and as you pull it out, it is rewriting. See you in town, Larry.
That's still not my name. I'm just gonna say to the card, Simon, you're a little bitch. And then he tucks the card back in.
Nothing happens. The card does
I
fall
know!
out, something else in your pocket, but
Just real quick, sorry. On the note of Bubdub walking away, that is where I also too have to walk away. I am getting off the highway currently, so
Thank
Hell
I will
yeah.
talk to you guys
Hell yeah.
in 2 weeks. I miss you all.
Love you, bestie.
Bye, we miss you.
Bye.
Godspeed. That's actually a really good time for a break, as it's 10 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna do that real quick, and we'll see you guys soon.
Perfect.
Yeah!
And we're back.
I love that.
You guys are stupid.
The frog has gone to work on the smaller frog, or the bigger frog, depending on how you look at it. And
The bigger frog for sure. He's only like 2 feet tall.
I know. Floor is yours.
The floor is yours. Is Tor still outside in the rain?
Is Rope still outside in the rain?
No.
Oh.
Did you
Good
want him
probably.
to be?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean I was just outside like I'm just keeping an eye on my friends. I don't want anybody to get hurt. And Rope just challenged the world, so Tor's just being on guard. I'll probably sit outside if there's like on the I'm assuming this is like a porch area. And if there's like a rocking chair right there, Tor is sitting in the rocking chair listening to the rain. Probably has
The best part is it's a rocking chair that is sized for half
big
giant
people. Yeah.
Don't worry, they can't come after us. They've got a Warforged in their group, and they can't handle the rain.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That's how it works.
God, could you imagine? Fucking somebody rolls a Warforged, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna play in Seattle.
They're like, can I be like immune to poison and stuff?
and never
It's
have
like,
to breathe or
sure
eat.
you can, but there will be drawbacks.
I am of the opinion that if you have a really strong base race, drawbacks are completely reasonable. Like centaurs, they can't climb stairs. Like or they can't climb ladders. I think that's funny and also fitting.
I just want to make claptrap.
Hell yeah.
Stairs!
As you go to sit down in the rocking chair, I had to find the quote. I wrote this down 30 months ago. Adam comes out. You know, the old timers here say never rock an empty rocking chair because it invites the spirits to take a seat. If it's already rocking on its own, boy, they already sitting. And he just lights up a cigar.
Question. He's a blue dragonborn. Does he just like electrify the tip and that's how he lights it?
No. He has a really cool, like, hipster lighter that you have to, like, do dumb shit to make work.
Gonna be smoking around a pregnant woman.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Like, I didn't ever overhear any of that, huh?
Do you think
No,
Tor
but
has
I
a
was-
good passive?
You know
I
they're
think
in
that
the
was just
same
me.
room.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, Tord has a great passive, okay?
Okay.
For Barbarian.
This is also under the assumption that pregnancy and not getting married or something else.
So, is there 2 rocking chairs?
They were dating Jesse together.
Yes.
So, I'll just gesture to the other one.
It's not funny, Devin.
He sits down, holds over a cigar if you want it.
Yes.
All right. You know how it works?
No.
Ain't no shame. All right. Well, you got to bite the tip off just a little bit. And then you got to bite the back end off, make a little hole.
Okay.
Otherwise, you won't be able to breathe. And then you light it, and you gotta, you know, and he shows you with his, you gotta, like, move the flame around till the whole thing's lit. It's the whole thing. You're supposed to use a wood match, but I ran out, and this is all I got right now.
Oh, why are you supposed to use a wood? How'd you run out of wood?
I don't have any matches. I got this lighter.
There's dried sticks everywhere. It hasn't rained for months.
Do you got the compound to make a match?
I mean, you can just light a piece of stick and then it's the same thing.
No.
Dear God.
It ain't the same thing. You'll get residual fuel vapors, which you'll get now, but Just saying it won't make a difference. I imagine you
So-
cough.
Oh, I did earlier.
Hell yeah.
The first time I did it. So how's the farm?
Well, we were missing a bull till y'all brought it back, and then that same bull got hurt, but y'all fixed it, so swimmingly.
You know, I'm not talking about the bulls.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Beetle's sister. Have you told him yet?
He looks around. What do you mean?
What? You two?
I am not comfortable with this conversation.
Okay, I'm not either. I just don't know what to talk to you about.
Well, what about you and the bald lady?
She's not bald anymore.
Oh, she's
I
not
know,
bald anymore.
but he's an idiot.
He's not an idiot. Don't be mean to him.
It's complicated.
Exactly.
What? It's not the same type of complicated.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you had just like, well, it's not the same type of complicated.
What do you mean?
What? There's well, I guess kind of it is the same type of complicated. No, it's not the same type of complicated. She has a family.
Does she actively have a family?
What do you... What kind of question is that?
I think you know.
She has parts of her family that she likes and doesn't want to mess that up.
Yeah, I don't think this is the same kind of complicated.
It's not the same kind of complicated. And she's like princess adjacent.
What the hell does that mean?
It's too fancy for me is what that means.
Ah, alright, alright. Well, I was thinking something similar, but, if you give a shit, you give a shit, you know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you.
And hey,
Also, I'm pretty sure Beetle had a crush on her. And me. Honestly.
he just, like, looks at both of his hands. That's awkward.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Yeah.
you into that
He's
kind of
a-
thing?
No.
Bro! What the
Come
fuck?
on, Adam. Come on, buddy.
Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with it.
Are you worried about Beetle coming back at all? What was your first thoughts when he just walked up in here?
Well, I mean, we knew something was up, because, like, the grave was unburied. But
You mean, what do you... Okay. Who says unburied?
I do.
Okay.
But I guess I were a little surprised when he showed back up. Figured he left this place in the dust.
I think we both know Beetle doesn't know how to let go.
He laughs.
What the fuck, you guys?
Now, I don't know what you mean by that. He just gives you, like, a knowing nod.
Just... You know, we saw you and... Well, is it Karina or Kalina? Karina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saw you and Karina at town, and y'all are hanging out here by yourselves. What are y'all up to?
Just living life. It's a simple life, but gets the job done. You know,
It's
you
the
work all
chop
day,
time.
you're tired by the time you eat, you just kind of hang out a little bit, and then you just do
You
it
know,
again.
I have a question. Y'all
Alright.
raise bulls here.
Yeah.
What were you selling to the tavern? What'd y'all drop off?
Bull meat.
You know, that makes sense.
Oh, God.
That makes sense. Okay.
You know, we got our ones we raise to be butchered. It's not too many, but every now and again we'll, bring it into town, make some money. Keeps the place running. Most of the other things are just here for our consumption.
So try not to read.
I haven't looked over yet.
Probably wise.
You know, on a slightly more serious note, Beatles tried to get Karina to pack up and scoot out while he's dealing with his old group of people. They're not good people.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured that. But
I'll point
I
up
don't
to
know.
the. I'll gesture up to the low cloud.
I mean, they known about this place the whole time, and they ain't done nothing yet. And
Well-
Karina's a stubborn one. If Beetle ain't getting her to move, ain't no way I can.
I mean, I know the type, but just keep an eye out, okay?
You too, man. You too.
If there's something weird, just run. It ain't worth it.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
Are you a runner,
Oh, I'm a runner.
Claudette?
Claudette,
He's just a guy.
Ain't nothing ever gonna stop me from running.
Oh, man.
You know, hey, speaking of running, you probably should talk to Beetle.
Look, maybe when he's like drunk enough that he can't chase me.
You know that's not gonna happen. The dude, I swear, walks straighter the more he drinks.
Look, I don't know, but like, look at him now. He's not like. I don't know how to put this nicely. He seems more put together, like alcohol would maybe affect him a little more now.
Do we want to find out?
what does that mean?
Means you're not dead.
Means you're not resistant to poison damage anymore, you living bitch.
You living bitch!
You living bitch.
What? I don't know if that's a good idea. What with? And he looks up.
Yeah. Rope tends to do things. They're usually the right thing, so I trust him. But he does things. I don't always understand it. Honestly, I think he's like I just work here, you know?
I understand that.
There's always some plot going on. They're trying to solve, fix, do things. They're thinking of things. And I'm just like, do you know? I hand him a pumpkin.
Well, thank you.
I'm just here just with my pumpkins,
vibes.
just hanging out.
Yeah, I can understand that. And he looks over to the pumpkin patch.
Well, these pumpkins don't explode when you squeeze them.
What?
I'm not here for the pumpkins. He's
It's like a
here
stress.
for the
It's like a
money.
stress ball. You can't stress ball.
Oh,
normal pumpkin,
I understand.
it goes-
You see, he like tries to squeeze the stress ball, and you can tell he has a strength of 8.
the fuck did I hire this guy then?
What,
He's a hard
buddy?
worker.
Cause he can't do anything. He has to work hard.
Exactly.
He's
How
got a
do you
way with
work-
animals.
Maybe chickens.
How tall is he compared to Karina? Actually, now that I don't think I've asked that.
That's a CJ question.
I don't really know how tall dragonborns are on average.
Dragon Barn.
Dragon
Ah,
I'm
but
so sorry.
Looks at camera. I think dragonborns are pretty big though. Aren't they like 6 to 7 foot? Aren't they on the
Between
taller
6
side?
and 7 feet, around between 220 and 320 pounds is what I am seeing.
So it's
Yeah,
just me.
so that's-
It's just me. I am the Dragonborn.
Which isn't that average for
Novakin.
like
Average for what?
furbolgs?
hold
No,
on,
they're
Devin's
they're
Googling.
right?
The height
Like
of
6.5
furbolg depends on
to-
the source, but they are generally between 7 and 10.5 feet tall. Critical Role furbolgs are among the tallest humanoid races in Andrea, averaging 7 to 8 feet tall.
Look at that.
Yeah, so she's like probably 7'3" or so, and a couple of inches taller than him.
So he's a tall dragonborn.
There we go.
He's a tall dragonborn, but next to her, he's like maybe 5 or 6 inches shorter.
He's her
What
little
about the
short
head
king.
frills? Do the head frills make it work in the silhouette?
Dude, the dude has 8 strength. He ain't got head frills.
He's her short king.
He's her
Short
short
king.
king.
7-foot dragon man, a short king.
Remember when Beano was disguised as a human at first, and he was a short king? Those are good times.
Good times. Remember when he undisguised and thought he was going to be tallest, but he's still not?
I didn't think he was gonna be tallest, but I thought it was funny because there was a point where you implied that he was a lot shorter than he is, and I was like, he's like 7'9", and you were like, oh.
I love that Chan was narrating Adelaide looking down at me. I'm like, what are you talking about? My dude's 6'6".
She tried to look down at me, and then I was like, yeah, he just grew to almost touch the ceiling. And she's like, I'm one of the shortest people.
Yeah, Shan finally makes a tall character. Is still short.
It's so funny. We just oops all giants this time.
Yeah.
I'll just continue to make dumb small chat with Adam. We'll talk about log racing and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
And just chill out here for as long as possible. Just keep an eye out on stuff.
Okay.
That's a studly looking dragonborn.
I'll
I
probably
know,
sleep
right?
in the rocking chair, honestly.
He's a pretty handsome dragonborn. After a little bit, Beetle actually is gonna step outside. And he pulls out a cigarette before he kind of looks and notices you guys are sitting over there. Oh. Hey.
Hey, Beetle.
Hey, Tor. Why'd you say that so weird?
Adam got me a cigar.
Wait,
And
he ain't underage, is he?
no,
Okay. I didn't think so. As he looks up.
I'm just Big Pound.
how'd you? Did you like your cigar?
It ain't bad. I'm not.
So you
gonna
don't
be
like
cig-
it?
I'm not gonna be just like straight up cigaring all the time, but like on occasion.
He just kind of keeps staring at you as he puts the cigarette in his mouth and like lights it. Okay.
What color is the flame?
It was kind of a gentle
Genteel.
yellow color with green tinting the edges. I trust I've killed the atmosphere sufficiently.
I mean, what do you mean?
Well, surely you two are not sitting out here this entire time not chatting. And now there is an increasingly awkward silence present.
We were. I think you caught us in a transition, Beetle.
You scare me.
That was the intention.
All right.
Hey, Beetle.
Hey, Tor.
What do you think of Adam?
I don't know. What do you think about him?
I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. A little small in the arms, but
No, that's just downright insulting.
it's not insulting. He struggled with.
You just called him skinny.
He doesn't have big arms.
Damn.
Right here.
What do you feel about that, Adam?
Adam, we appreciate honesty around here.
Do we?
Yes, we're always honest.
I ain't.
That's news to me.
He squints. I don't like the energy we're creating on this porch.
I have that effect on people.
No, weren't you this time?
Like that a nice change of pace. Or you are quite the conversationalist.
Well, y'all aren't trying very hard. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle.
Change the subject.
To what? How has a Big Bull recovered since the old Gorgon attack?
Swimmingly. Whatever y'all did to patch her up, it worked out well.
That would be boss. The spooky one.
See, I never
She ain't
heard you
spooky.
call anyone boss before, nor would I ever think you'd take orders from somebody. You all right?
What can I say?
See what I mean, Adam?
I'm a creature of change. I like to keep it spiced up and unpredictable.
He squints. All right.
He hired me. And paid me. As far as I understand, that makes her my boss.
Fair enough.
George just zips his mouth about the firing part.
Beetle kind of looks over at you like,
That'll say anything.
speaking of boss, Adam,
Yes.
how you been these past couple of years, son?
Oh, George gets out of the chair.
Beetle immediately reaches out and puts his hand on your shoulder and puts you back down into the chair.
Jeez.
And he's kind of leaned back
Alright.
against the railing. There's the occasional, like, audible splatter as rain hits his back, but he doesn't seem to really care.
We've been making ends meet, figuring out the how to get more yield from the bowls, and it's been going pretty okay.
A machine, you can cut off 1/4 of a bowl and it still lives.
There's
And,
beat Carnotaurus Galactica.
Were you getting what I was sending y'all?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory on this.
Sending gold, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was you, he says, pretending to not know it was you. Obviously.
Yes, Adam, that was me. I know it's quite the shocker to you.
I mean, no, it weren't a shock. Thank you, Beetle.
Well, don't go thanking me. It wasn't exactly legitimate funds, but it's what I had. Had to make sure you were still getting paid.
Yeah, I was getting paid the whole time.
Yeah, he was.
Four!
What?
Get the fuck out of here!
He
I'm
looks
just-
at
you-
Tor.
I'm just rocking.
He looks panicked.
You get the one, Tor. You get the one. Next time, I'm gonna break your teeth.
What are you talking about?
Anyway.
No, we've been splitting everything 60-40 since you left. So
How's Kalina been?
she's been all right. You know, has her has her spells, but so does everybody.
Was she upset when I left how I did?
It ain't seemed so at first. And then, well, after we buried you, you know what happened. She weren't too keen on that. I think before she was just kind of, I don't know, maybe expecting it. But then when you left, it was, she was strong for a while. Till she weren't.
She's a tough kid. I appreciate you sticking around and making sure she's all.
Yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way, Beetle.
How long you two been seeing each other?
My chair stops rocking.
Hang on.
Not the music!
Oh boy. He looks back at you. Surprisingly not Craven, for once. Once she, I wouldn't say got over, but once she, got back to normal, it kind of happened.
How long that take?
Couple weeks. I ain't saying she was all right with it, you know, immediately in those couple weeks, but she weren't, you know, pissed off the whole time, so.
She ought to have been. But she was always better than us.
Could say that twice.
She's awful fond of you. I can tell how she looks at you.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands.
And I could tell with how you were looking at her that you're awful fond too.
I motion towards the pumpkin for him to squeeze.
He squeezes the pumpkin.
It helps.
I'm glad she had someone who cared about her. Everyone should have someone who cares about them.
And I am glad I ain't got a bullet in my teeth.
I am nothing if not a forgiving and patient individual.
He straight up laughs. And like you remember a time where like he tied a knot wrong and you yelled at him for 15 minutes.
In fairness, that knot was like, you know, you just about let everyone loose. Listen, I'm gonna keep terrorizing you because putting a bit of the fear of God in you is a pastime of mine and also necessary. Just to remind everyone who's boss.
Arena's
But you
boss,
keep-
we both know that.
Yeah, that's true. But you just... She's free to make her own choices. And so long as she's happy and you're treating her right, you couldn't ask for a better person.
He squeezes the pumpkin in his left hand and holds out his right.
He extends his hand.
He's looking for handshake.
Oh yeah, he'll kind of look him up and down for a second and then reach out, give him a firm handshake. Maybe a touch too firm, but not that bad.
Okay.
But of course, you know, I have to give you the requisite. If you ever hurt her or do anything, I will track you down and I will slowly peel off all of your skin and make a hat out of it. Or boots.
We both know she will first.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking
now.
of dragon hide, we still have like someone making us something out of dragon stuff, Beetle.
Or we're never getting that. You know that, right?
But I made new pants.
I don't know. The frog feller was real adamant that y'all were going back.
Well, the frog feller has not expressed that to any of us, and I have a sense that we have not made any plans to journey back to the Swamp of Frogs at this time.
Swogs?
Swogs.
Fromp.
Womp.
Exactly.
Wow.
The Fromp.
Anyway,
All
we
right.
gotta go help
That's
clean
where I first danced with Adelaide.
Yeah, go
Anyways,
get your
carry
ass
on.
inside and you talk to Tor.
up.
But I did my time!
You're doing more! And he kind of shoos Adam away.
Hell yeah.
Or
Okay.
gestures to his rocking chair like it's my rocking chair. Take a seat, Beetle.
Oh, it's just turning around on me now. And he kind of leans back in the chair amused. What do you have to talk to me about?
I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna get this far.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't think you were gonna sit down.
Well, I feel like that was implied with me wanting to talk to you, but whatever. Listen. Back when I met y'all for the first time and all this started, and I was being, quite frankly, a right piece of shit.
Convince
You,
me you were a blob.
or it's so easy to convince you things. I can't resist.
So you really weren't a blob?
No. I'm sorry, bud. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
A man can dream.
Okay, now shut up and let me talk. He takes a long drag of a cigarette for a moment. Anyway, where was I? Back when this all started, blah, 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 I was a piece of shit and not a blob. And we were all stuck traveling around together, not super stoked about the whole ordeal. You, perhaps against better judgment, or perhaps you did not have better judgment to begin with, for lack of a better word, kind to me. And I didn't really appreciate it at first because I couldn't tell if you were stupid or just trying to manipulate me. Now I know you're just stupid. And that's part of it. But you're not nearly as dumb as you like to pretend to be. And I think you ought to remember that sometimes, especially when it comes to, you know, certain gals that are important in your life, you need to really actually talk to them. You can be cute and fun most of the time, but you got to be willing to have real conversations too. and those make you uncomfortable. But, you know, don't lose her.
You're right, Beetle.
I usually am.
Well,
Shut up.
no, you're right. You're right. I just don't know. I guess I had like decision indecision. Does that make sense?
It's called decision paralysis.
Well, that's a big word.
I read a book. Have you read a book? Any
read-
book?
Okay.
That wasn't pictures?
I can read, Beetle.
That doesn't mean you do, though, Tor.
No, I don't know if she's made up her mind about what she wants. She has the bigger decision, I guess. And then I also don't know what...
Sure, but
I think it would have been easier if I didn't know what was coming. Because now I don't know what...
but would it be better if she was lying to you the whole time?
No, I'm talking about my vision quest. I saw two outcomes. One, she stays with her family and is...
Miserable.
You can tell she's miserable, but she also... didn't want me there. And then the other one, she didn't have everything she wanted. Which is just as important. I don't know what decisions lead down which path. I don't know. And I thought maybe if
No, keep
I just thought if I like waited, there would be like a sign, a thing. She'd say something.
That's your mistake right there.
You're right.
I waited 2 years for the perfect moment. And then I lost her to some piece of shit and got killed. So, waiting is not the way to go on this one. There's no sign. There's no perfect moment. There's no destiny. There's no pathways in front of you that you can just follow. It's her decision to make, but it's your obligation, your duty as a good partner to help her wherever you can. And part of that is being honest about stuff and being honest about what you want. You got to communicate, you know? And if she doesn't know the choice to make, knowing how you feel might make all the difference. I say y'all go up to the moon, take that little girl, and go on a beach vacation somewhere far fucking away from this place. Build a house, you know, have a bunch of weird little horrible half-giant Goliath little elf kids. Die in your 90s.
That's the dream, isn't it?
That's the dream.
Without the horrible part, Rudy Patootie.
Rudy Patootie. Just,
Hey, Beetle.
yeah, Tor.
You've always been a good friend, you know that? Even when you
No.
suck.
No, I don't think that's true.
I think you've been a good friend to me.
When I first met you, I saw you as a useful tool because you were big and strong and you knew how to fight. And I figured here's a person I could use on my side to help murder most of the people in my life that were important to me. And I did what I could to take advantage of that.
Until your murder weapon became the most important thing to you.
It was never important to me, but it was all I had. It's kind of like cigarettes. It's not necessarily that I want it, but I can't stop using it. And I did lack.
Willpower?
There's something about power that it's addictive. Especially when you didn't have none of it before.
Well, okay. Let's make a promise, little beats.
Lil Beats.
Little beats. You are smaller.
Okay.
You are on the tiny side. I hold up my
What do I call
pinky.
you, Big T?
I mean, we can workshop it.
Okay.
You stop smoking cigarettes. And I'll talk to Addie.
I ain't stopping all at once.
No one's asking you to go cold turkey, just I'm not talking all at once.
There. You have a deal.
Everyone's looking down and didn't see it, but it was great.
I know, that was great. I'm so sad they missed that. I think Devin saw it.
What did I miss? I was sneezing and then
I
my
held
phone
out my pinky to pinky promise, and then Beetle held up their two fingers. They don't have a pinky, and then I held out my pointer finger without saying a word.
I'm absolutely clipping that. Anyways.
Anyway, enough of this mushy bullshit. When I was in that stupid ass labyrinth, I found something. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out the nose ring. And I figured, considering I ain't really done nothing for you, despite all you done for me, I might tell you about it first, in case you wanted it. And he holds out the nose ring.
You're for me?
Sure, why not? It's not my style anyway. You'd look better with a nose ring. Oh, quit looking at me with them fucking puppy dog eyes and just take the goddamn thing already.
I do want it, but if anybody else also wants it, then I'm open to that as well.
I actually want it, but I'm still giving it to you. Unless someone else wants it.
You can speak in the speaking channel, Roke. You don't have to type like a.
Rogue just pokes his head out. I want it! I did the ceremony, bitch!
You did do the ceremony.
No, I'm good. As useful as it would be, I don't think he'd wear a nose ring.
Fair enough.
I don't think Tor would either, but
Well,
Thor's already got all those piercings in his ears.
He does have a lot of piercings in his ears.
He would
Yeah.
be
You are right.
You
are
afraid
right.
to wear
You're
too
probably
much clothing with that one, buddy?
I mean, I know I'm a cow, but with a
I
nose
just
ring
don't
would
want
fit.
to give someone something to grab onto and freaking stone cold stunner me.
Look, as
When are
long
they
as
tall
you
enough to
guys-
grab it?
As long as you guys don't start pulling that shit on my characters won't start pulling that shit on you guys. So
I mean,
Or you're usually too tall for them to grab you by the nose.
I can't wait until Rogue has the hold tore down while August pierces his septum.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, banana bread at work, dude.
Hell yeah.
what happens if
Jeez.
August, who
Oh.
becomes invisible in darkness,
I'm
like
just
jumps on Tor's face, who does not have dark vision?
That's
Sure.
toxic, is what that
I'm
is.
sure he'd pee a little, but we'd figure
Oh,
it out.
don't I have a better chance of seeing August because I don't have dark vision?
You gotta take the goggles off, but yes, you can see August better without dark vision. I mean, you still can't see in the dark, but you could see her
Them.
a little better.
She's not invisible. She's just freaking hiding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just a ninja. That's all.
I'll take it. One thing, Denny, though, just
Go on.
I know we don't do carry capacity, but my carry capacity is already doubled because of powerful build. Does this like quadruple carry capacity? Can I just be walking around with 700 pounds of shit?
I just threw up my mouth a little bit. Hang on.
You gave it to two people who have powerful build. I don't know what you expected.
Look.
You know what I think this means?
Until
I
like-
think
go ahead. Sorry.
I think it means you can hold double the amount of beer
Bread.
cups.
There we
Obi, what's your strength with this thing? It can be 21, right?
go.
It can be
21, yeah.
22.
And you are a medium creature.
That's so fucking vile, dude.
But I have, but I'm a Goliath, so I have powerful build.
Plus, you also turn into a large creature.
Oh god.
So I'm a Goliath, little giant, proficient athletics. You count as one size larger when determining your carry capacity. So I actually count as large as my carry capacity. And the weight I can push, drag, or lift.
All right. This seems very, very broken, but we'll play with it. We'll see what happens.
But we don't do carry capacity, so
We
it's
kind
like,
of do. Well, so the way until CJ pointed it out, I didn't realize that sort of stat works for just like what you can push, pull, kind of carry. Like it's the same stat, and there do be a calculator for it. So, with the doubling, you can carry 1,260 pounds.
Excellent.
And then you can drag, push, or lift 2,520.
Yeah, I'm just a freaking quarter-ton truck.
Maybe I should have kept it. That's insane.
Now, that's really probably never going to come up. So,
Yeah, I don't think it will actually come up, but like,
yeah, the big thing about this is the pathing and the strength.
yeah.
You have
Okay.
janky, keen mind, and +2 strength.
Keen mind, but strong.
Well,
Yeah, give the guy who hasn't been paying attention half the time perfect recall. Awesome.
Devin fucking left. He's jealous. The internet probably went out is what actually happened. Our internet's really bad.
That was just so good timing.
I'll text him and see if he's okay.
all right. Did I kill Green?
Yeah,
Bob?
it's not double. It's just I count as a large, and then large is doubled
Yeah, okay.
according to your calculator.
But when you are eventually able to turn gargantuan,
Yeah,
What
but that's
happens?
only for like a minute at a time.
okay.
Yeah.
One day you're just gonna pick up the house.
You count as one size larger, so when I do rage, I'm large. So that means I count as huge.
Correct.
And eventually you'll be huge, or you'll be large. You get large now. Eventually you'll get huge, but then your carrying capacity would be gargantuan, But then this also doubles it again, so then it would be as if
Yeah, that's
it'd be
that's
fucking
silly.
horrifying. There's
It's
gonna be
never
one
actually gonna-
time.
it's never actually gonna come up. But
No, it's gonna come up one time when you
One
lift a
time.
house. You're
Yeah.
gonna pick a
How much
house
can you
up.
lift?
A
We're
lot.
talking about potential. It's gonna be goofy.
Like the potential of the fact that
basically-
he can turn into a huge creature
Yes.
that already counts as a gargantuan-sized creature that now
Yeah.
doubles that. Plus, we
Yeah.
have a druid who can cast Enhance ability and give him bull strength to double that again.
Yeah, and then we can also do enlarge from the artificer. So, is there more than gargantuan?
Hang on.
Gargantuan is the largest size, but it does not have an upwards limit
Yeah.
for Gargantuan. Gargantuan is just anything above a certain size, but it
This
doesn't
is
have a
never
limit.
gonna come into play, but the one time it does will be goofy.
I want
You
it-
can be Atlas. You can
I
hold
want
up
it
the
to
world.
happen one time, and it's just zooted out of its mind, and then it never happens again.
If
Yeah.
okay, so future rage plus the enlarge spell.
Oh my god!
Plus Enhance
Oh
ability.
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's Godzilla!
Tor is Piccolo. It is known.
I'll take it.
Alright.
I mean,
So
they're
as
both
soon as I learn
green.
special beam cannon.
Anyway, that was enough of being fucking heartfelt and genuine and all that shit.
I'm gonna need help putting it in.
You want Hill Pratt now?
Compton. I mean, no one else wants this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the people here. I mean, I want it, but I'm giving it to you.
Thank you, Beetle. I'll do it.
Okay.
It's your mom's ring that you gave you. I'll protect it with my life.
I never told you who gave it to me.
I know. I'm just saying as me. I'm crying.
Although I guess you might actually know because you guys remember
They
what
were-
happened
They were
in there.
there. Yeah.
Do we
So you remember me
everything from
calling?
Beetle
You remember all the shit I
perspective?
said about you and Adelaide dating?
You would have been where your characters were, and they were by Beetle. Like, you're not remembering Beetle's point of view, but
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And he takes it, pulls it so the needle is open, and lights a flame at the tip of his finger, so he can kind of just sterilize it. You have a good pain tolerance. You're a
Yeah, I
tough
have,
kid.
I have the best pain tolerance. I
Yeah,
got
you do.
pumpkin.
What? You don't got like some kind of ice powers or somewhat?
Just do it. It's okay.
Okay.
Just don't tell me when you're gonna do it. Just surprise me. I close my eyes.
Okay. You feel him reach up and grab your chin and pull you down a little.
Ah, no, I'm just kidding.
I give you a little smooch. And then no. I would ask first. And then you just hear him go. So anyway, Dora, what's your favorite food?
Ribs.
With anything else? Some kind of sauce?
What?
Sauce?
You didn't ask about sauces.
Take that sneak
I
attack
s-
damage.
I stone's endurance, whatever it is. So
I don't think it's damage. It just sucks.
I know, but like I do it anyways. I rock up.
Okay, I can't get this in your nose if you get hard.
Excuse me?
I didn't do it this time. I
Hey.
didn't do it.
at least we're adding to
Alright.
the counter.
Okay.
He's just gonna, when you, I guess, wait for you to unstone so we can get it through the other side of your septum. Drop the rocks, Tor. It's okay, buddy. You've been cleaved open by an axe before. I've seen it.
Yeah, but okay. It's just different, you know.
I know. It's painful. It's okay.
I don't like needles.
I know. You got like 7 piercings in your ears. Sure, whatever. And tattoos everywhere.
You should have. Well, first off, They're not tattoos. Secondly, you should have seen me when I got these pierced.
I believe it. He just reaches up and kind of pulls the stone out of the way like a booger, and then puts it the rest of the way through. Fuck! And then he clips it so that it actually stays in there. There! It's in. You're good.
How's it look?
Pretty good.
What do you think Addie will say?
Ah! I think she'll like it.
Thank you, Beetle.
You're welcome, Tor. Here, your nose is bleeding, and he hands him a handkerchief.
I reach over and stuff out Beetle's cigarette. No more of those.
I was gonna finish that one.
Not today, you're not.
I'm okay with this. This is fine. I'm
Embracing
okay
dark
with
powers
it.
again because he cannot deny a cigarette.
I think what we're learning is Beetle knows he has problems with addiction. He just throws the unlit cigarette out into the rain. You're right, go smooch your girl or whatever. You too. Never mind.
What?
Nothing. You've been given, the talk before, right?
Beetle, we're done here.
I'm just making sure! We don't need any extra surprises right now.
You see,
Beetle, I'm a very pretty person. I know what happens.
What are you saying, Tor?
What?
You been around the block a couple times, bud?
and
Well, alright.
a little bit later, I feel like I'm going to use my powers of controlling two of the players to come up to you guys with Bubdub. And he sort of points to the sky and then looks at you guys. Shouldn't we, talk about what's going to happen? Make a plan?
Are you talking to me and Beetle or everybody?
I mean, I'm assuming the bird steps out of the shadows and is seen. Has actually been listening to the whole thing.
Oh, Christ!
I mean, that's just my assumption. It's probably not true.
1000%.
Hell yeah.
No, it happened.
What's this?
They've just been sitting in a corner with popcorn.
Fuck yeah.
You've heard very subtle crunching noises the entire time and have no idea where it's been coming from.
I suppose I would have followed my tutor if this was going on.
Yeah. All that to say, we can absolutely do this now if you want, or we can do it in an RP chat over the week off. The point being, I'm just cognizant that it is 11:10 right now,
Yeah.
so I figured I'd bring it up.
That's a good point. I guess the question is, do we just want to do RP for the rest of this, or do we want to actually do the planning? And my personal vote is, because there's 2 players missing, it might be better to do RP chat.
Works for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Works
Evan?
for me.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the plan we had made last time doesn't necessarily have to change. It was like,
I don't
we're
want to
gonna
get
check
shot
the old
again.
hideouts. Yeah, it was like, let's check the old hideouts and or go into town. The only thing...
I'm fairly certain they're in town. I've been alerted to the fact that is likely their location at this moment. So I say, rest up. We will Okay, there's a red moon. Shit. No! I say y'all do whatever you need to get done tonight, and I say I'm gonna keep it a buck. Before we plan anything, I need to go to sleep. I haven't slept proper in months, and I'm so god's damn excited for it. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been this excited to take a fat fucking snooze. Thoughts?
Sure.
You never have to ask August twice if it's time for sleep.
They won't hear you the second time. They'll already be asleep.
Exactly. Exactly.
Roke, and he kind of moves closer to you to simulate privacy at least. You're right. Stop.
Thought about saying yes.
But you're not a very good liar.
Better than you'd think.
Funny thing about liars is they're typically good at noticing another.
No, it's just that I don't know right now.
I can appreciate that.
Obviously
Do you-
things are wrong, but I'm used to that. It's just what type of wrong and
Do you remember what happened in that maze?
after the fact. Yes.
And he kind of puts a hand on your back to move you away from the other two. Actually, well, he doesn't. He kind of hovers over your shoulder, and then he remembers the way you reacted to him hugging you earlier, and he kind of just hovers it there, so it's close enough you'd probably be able to be like aware it's there, but he's not actually touching you. So you saw them statues.
There's an uncomfortable shifting. And normally you'd expect that to be the shift of nervousness, but you read that it settles into a different sort of tension, almost an aggression. Not towards you, to clarify, but his head just nods.
Was that who I thought it was?
He looks over his shoulder at you. And I think that's enough of an answer.
Listen, I can tell it's not exactly something you're keen to be yapping about, and me of all people can appreciate that. But if you ever feel a sudden desire to pour your heart out to someone, or even just talk about it.
I'll keep that in mind. I do have a question. Is Beetle currently referring to one statue or multiple?
Multiple.
Okay. And with the first one that we ran into, does he get the feeling that Beetle's picked up on more of what that implies? And the second one, Beetle already had a suspicion of.
I mean, that would be something you would just have to ask him, honestly, because that's a lot of information to try and infer. But
Does Beetle look at him differently? Is basically what I'm asking. Because he's been suspecting the second one since way
He's
back when
not
we were
really
guys
looking
were
at you differently, but it would be wise to remember that he's not. As far as things like that go, it's not really something he would look at you differently for. If
Keep his mouth
anything, he
shut,
seems
though.
a little. He just seems a little bit sad.
It's probably good enough. Thanks for the offer.
Yeah. Least I can do. Now listen, you go take a nice hot bath, try to relax a little bit, get some sleep.
Enjoy sleeping, Beetle.
I will. I really, really will.
Oh. And, I hope your dreams are restful enough for you. I suspect you'll be having a few.
I doubt it. But I'm pretending like it ain't so. August, where are you bunking?
To be honest, they probably fell asleep on the floor.
Oh, hells.
Put the poncho over them.
He is going to go over to August and just kind of tut. Like you're a naughty child. And just reach down and use the poncho to kind of wrap it around you and scoop you up. Because he's not about to leave you on the floor.
Is the barn 2 stories?
I mean, there's rafters with like a hayloft.
I think
And
then...
Pog will come a creeping.
And what will come a creeping?
Paw. With his long johns on.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's gonna go and open the door to his room as quiet as he can and just set August down in his bed. Giving them a little pat on the head before he pulls the blanket over them. And then he'll go out to sleep on a chair in the living room.
I think Roke will do something that he used to do a little bit more of, and he'll take the bedroll and stuff. He'll hold something over his head and everything on his way over. He's gonna go up into the hayloft rafters and kind of crack open one of the windows just to have the rain go drizzling right outside, and sleep in the hayloft.
I really thought you were about to say he's gonna crack open a cold one with the boys. I was like, who are the boys? The rats?
The rats. Always
Rats.
rats. Always.
And right now,
The
he
rat.
already washed all the dust off of him in the rain.
Right.
He figures hot bath will be better for getting the blood off after what comes next.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Brother, ooh. What's Tor doing?
Tor fell asleep in the rocking chair on the porch.
Oh, he will cast light on something. Or no, he's got dark vision. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need to cast light. And he'll, after his tutoring session with Lunar Celestial, he'll work on a bit of Elvish before he goes to sleep.
I'm gonna go take the poncho that I took off of the bird and throw it over Tor. Kind of in one of these.
It's like putting a washcloth on.
Yeah, it's not like
It's a poncho for a half giant. It's actually
It's not like I
sized for
can
him.
get cold, so
He's still gonna do it
okay.
to keep you from getting wet and soggy and wrinkly.
But I like grandma fingers.
Nope. Never mind, I'm going back inside. Go sleep in this here armchair. Fuck you. I didn't like that. What is your power, Denny?
What?
You say
What
you have
power?
too much power?
Oh, when I was typing as you.
No, you didn't type it as me though.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
It says Beetle says redemption ain't worth it. Bring
No,
on
the
chin.
last bit. Why is Rostbon talking to me? What the fuck?
Who was that?
Who is that? Colby? How did you get Rostbon? What
That's
the fuck?
weird. Only you should have Rostbon. Unless he made another thing called Rostbon. Scrolls down.
There's no way.
He didn't.
What is happening?
Oh, that's weird. I don't like any of this. Oh, that's why.
Well, sit down and shut the hell up, boy.
It's been fixed. Anyways. Yeah. If, I mean, the floor is yours. We technically have, like, 10-15 minutes left of what we usually do. We can end here. You guys can keep RPing. That's completely up to you.
I'm fine with keep going. I just didn't know if you had like a super secret dream or something for anyone.
I got nothing.
He said I didn't plan nothing for
And
this
if
one.
if we do, it'll be when you wake up. So.
Fair enough.
I mean, personally, I'm good and in a separate building.
I guess we sleep.
All right, and with that, we will see you in 2 weeks for what might be a very fun showdown. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.